What is up, everyone? Chris Banish here. I just wanted to put together a few words on behalf of something that I've struggled a lot with throughout my entire life, and something that I know a lot of other creative people have also been challenged by, and that is the very reality that is overthinking. And it's something that has a tendency to tackle us often and very easily, and it happens often when we are trying to be perfect with something, which we should honestly veer away from altogether. But I found myself coming very close to finishing a piece of artwork yesterday, and what happened was I realized that I was thinking too much about what something could look like if I tried a few different methods, like whatever it would end up being. And the interesting part about it was that in that same moment of overthinking that aspect, I also thought about an art piece that I put a lot of thought into, a lot of time and a lot of energy, and it's also a piece of artwork that I hardly ever even think about anymore. And it's interesting too, because if we want to break down this whole idea of overthinking and try to rid it from our lives, because it can be very challenging for us when it comes to completing anything, is that realize that you've put a ton of time into something, a ton of energy, a ton of creativity, a ton of thought. And the interesting part about it is that some of these things that we think so deeply about and we focus so much on and we overthink the process of, some of these things are actually things that we don't even think about anymore. And so like yesterday, when it was coming to the decision making on behalf of the art piece that I've been working on, I thought about that art piece that I'd done in the past that I put a lot of time and energy into, and I thought about how, wow, I actually don't think about this art piece anymore. I literally don't think about it. It's in terms of art, in terms of creativity, in terms of stuff that I've created and I absolutely love, it's still there, but any of the potential, maybe I shouldn't have done it that way, it's not there anymore. And it's so interesting too, because all of these things that we focus so heavily on are actually very impermanent. And one of the biggest obstacles to that, which a lot of people, in my opinion, should start doing when it comes to creating, is just radical action. You make a decision and you go with it, and you just keep going. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You just go straight through it and keep going, and that's all there is to it. And it gets so much easier when you continuously practice that, because literally the antidote to overthinking and trying to see what is the best route, which there really is no best route. It's all about creating and learning. There are so many lessons that come with these kinds of things, and it can put us in such a rut if we think about the process too much. So literally just I made a decision and I ended up really loving it, to be honest with you, but I've also made decisions that it's I might have to redo this art piece entirely now. And it's just it's so interesting how the tables can turn, and it's okay. Maybe you got to this point in the project and you're like, dang it, I didn't like this, I don't like this, now I'm gonna have to restart. Awesome. You probably enjoyed putting the piece together till that point, so you're gonna enjoy it again anyway, and you're gonna learn something from it. It's really not that big of a deal, so just have fun with it. That's what it's all about.